Buffalo in the playoffs.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Puck and Leafs podcast. I'm Joe Choffs, here with my partner in crime, Coach Frank. Frankie, how you doing over there?
It's getting close to that time. We're a couple weeks out. That big fat jolly guy is going to be coming down the chimney. So
Absolutely, yes. And that is what we're going to be talking about today, because we are both big Leaf fans and we both have a big wish list from Santa. So our topic today is, what, as a Leaf fan, are you asking Santa for this season? With Kyle Dubas's trade deadline, a couple months away, if you could add anything to this roster, what would it be and why? So, what's the jolly old man bringing for you, Frankie, for this team?
I've struggled with this one only because their last stretch here has changed my perception a bit. With them getting a little bit healthier back on the back end with TJ Brody back. Obviously, Riley's still a ways away. But the emergence of Connor Timmins has now said to me, not necessary at the deadline to get some depth, because they got Jordy Ben now back too. So I like the defense way it's constructed as is. Kind of gives me that whole 1993 feel, if you remember that defense core. But I think I might be in the minority here. I'm asking for a centerman. I want a centerman who can possibly play the wing. There are out there, obviously there's natural centermen, but there are ones who's also, have some experience on the wing, whether it be on the power play or such. But reason being, we've seen injuries in the playoffs. And with the Leafs' luck, sometimes it's occurred to their centerman, Tavares. I think about the one against Montreal. But then I look at successive teams in the playoffs. They've been deep down the middle. And I think having David, you're one injury from David Kampf or Alex Kerfoot as your second line center. And that scares me. And I think you go, you kind of play on the offensive in terms of go getting a guy who can, I wouldn't say is your third line center, but can play center if you want to slot a guy over who can also fill in as your left your second line winger as well. I think it's one guy. I look at it. The rumors are out there that he's now available. If you have to empty the clip, you do it. But it's Bo Horvat, man. For me, it's a guy you look at who's an Ontario boy, the London Knight connection with Marner. He'll probably be a rental. They probably won't be able to afford him, but who cares? But he's got 20 goals this year already. The guy can put the puck in the net. Incredible face-off guy. Just think how important face-offs are in the playoffs. Even to get a guy waved out, he's right there on the side with Tavares and Marner, if that's where he slots in. And what does Vancouver need? Vancouver needs a defenseman. Well, they need a lot of things, but Vancouver needs a defenseman. They could use a centerman. I don't know what that return would look like on a rental, but Pontus Holmberg, Fraser Minten, Ty Voigt, Topi Niemela, list goes on. That's what I'm doing. I'm emptying the clip for Bo Horvat.
I like that pick, Frankie. And I'm glad you went on the offensive end, because I, like you, that's where I'm going as well. I don't think this team needs to worry. Not that they don't have to worry about defense, but I like the way the defense has been playing, and I like the way it's constructed. I like the depth of it. We've obviously seen that they can handle some losses to their top end of their defensive core six, I guess you would say. And what's been the problem for this team the last couple playoffs? It has not been not allowing goals. It's been scoring goals, especially goals coming from outside of their top four guys. So I want a left winger that can play a top six role on this team, someone who could play with a little bit of feistiness, someone that could score 5-on-5, because this person is likely not going to come in and be on the power play because their power play is already set the way it is. So someone like Timo Meier out of the Sharks, good left winger, plays feisty, puts up points, can play with pretty much anyone. I like a guy like that. Or if I'm really going shopping, how could you not love to add Patrick Kane to this team? He's an American guy. He said in the past he'd love to play with Matthews. I think I read that somewhere, but I'm assuming he would want to do that. He's a playoff performer, scores big goals. I would love to see. You could put him with him on the Matthews line, on the Marner line. Really doesn't matter. But man, I don't know what that cost would be. He'd be a rental as well, most likely. So if I'm like you, if not this year, then when? You've got to really go for it. And I've heard things like, they can get Matthew Nyes up. Listen, getting a college kid to suddenly come into your playoff lineup and being your top 6 forward is asking a lot for that kid. I do not want to do that. I wouldn't mind seeing him maybe a third line role playing against lesser competition. That could win for you. That could be something interesting. But yeah, I'm going big man hunting this offseason. So that's what we're asking Santa for. And let's see if Kyle Dubas, aka Santa Claus for Leafs Nation, will deliver in a few months. Any last words, Frankie?
So I guess that takes him out of the Chychrun sweepstakes. I can't believe the return on the ask for that guy. But honorable mention. Not sure if they fall out of the race or not. But I wouldn't mind keeping my eye on Ryan O'Reilly as well. That was my initial thinking. But this is it, man. You're right. I think you hit the nail on the head. If it's not this year, now or never. Now or never.
Right. And with the Matthews contract looming at the end of the season, Nylander as well, like you got to go for it.
You have to.
You got to go for it. Yeah. All right, everyone. Let us know in the comments who you think the Leafs should acquire. Who would be on your Christmas wish list coming into this deadline? And let us know what you think of our picks. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button. We really appreciate all the love and feedback, Leafs Nation. And let's go Leafs. Ho, ho, ho.